The Super Media Bros podcast is a founding member of the OddPods Media Network.
Super Media Bros.
That moment when there's so much content, and in fact, enough content that combined, we're possibly talking about 11 and a half hours worth of pay-per-view.
And we didn't even watch all of the shows that happened over the weekend.
And I'm not about to get into every bit of it either.
No.
Welcome to episode 278 of the Super Media Bros podcast. I'm Richie.
I'm Devin.
We are talking about both WWE Night of Champions and AEW Double or Nothing. Flip a coin. Which one do you want to start with? Because we're going to get right into this son of a bitch.
Yeah. Fuck it. Night of Champions?
Let's do this. Okay.
All right.
7 matches on the card. I really only want to get into detail about 3 or 4. And
Okay.
that's about it. The fact that let's go ahead and jump right out of the gate with, I understand that Roman Reigns had to be in the main event because he's Roman fucking Reigns, but right out of the gate, we're going to go ahead and disrespect the most brand new championship on the fucking, they're opening with the goddamn World Heavyweight Championship finals. It was Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. Great fucking match.
Well, I mean, look, I have my opinions about Seth as a character. I think he's overstayed his welcome in a lot of ways. Even though I acknowledge that he is extremely over, I just find him more grating than anything. And I feel like there are certain instances, I've said it before on the show, where he does his whole repertoire in every match to the point where it's like, where are the surprises? What are you going to do on a
Right.
pay-per-view? However, it's hard to fuck up with AJ Styles. I mean, that motherfucker does not miss.
No, AJ is somebody that brings out the best in whoever he's wrestling anytime.
How many times can you even mention a botch that happened with AJ and it was his fault?
Not many, if at all. You'd have to go back to TNA days for that shit.
Dog, here's my thing. When it comes to AJ, okay, everybody talks about like the greatest wrestler in the world today. You know, you've got some people that say Kenny Omega, Bryan Danielson, you've got fucking like all kinds of them. You've got MJF at this point. You know, you've got Okada. You know, like we can do this all day. And AJ is usually mentioned in there. I would argue possibly not the best wrestler in the world, but he is the most precise wrestler in the world today.
He's the most phenomenal wrestler in the world.
Yeah. As far as the placement of the match, God, dude, I don't know, because you know, in a perfect world, you know, there is such a thing as 2 main events.
Right.
But there's not. I don't care what company says what.
It's just one.
Yeah. If you're not going to go on last, you want to go on first. I get that.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah, but it's times like this, I'm glad I'm not a booker because I wouldn't know what to do.
Right. But I mean, they put the strap on Seth, which,
Good
go
call.
figure, they needed to. The man has done enough, like carrying. He's carried the fucking Raw brand without the goddamn championship.
He's very good.
Yeah, and there's no way they're putting this on AJ. I'm sorry. He's riding off into the sunset after this contract is up, but I do think he needs another good run before he goes.
And that's what made me wonder if they would do a bit of a plot twist and give him the strap. Because I did think from a while now that we were going to get Seth being champion. But I did wonder, well, you know, if AJ goes to leave soon, I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
There really weren't too many bad options here. I would not have put it on Cody. Not as a disrespect to Cody, which we'll get to him later, but just because I didn't want it to be a consolation prize.
Right, same.
I don't think Omos is ready. But between AJ, Seth, and Finn, dude, I would have been so happy with any of them.
Yeah, same here. Seth Rollins wins in 20 minutes and 40 seconds. Moving on to Seth's wife.
Mhm.
I don't give a fuck about this feud.
I don't either.
It's Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus, and this all stemmed from Lita and Becky Lynch having the women's tag team championships, and Trish just kind of being like a third wheel in that party. And like I said, it's a fucking snooze fest. I don't want to get too much into it, but like Trish picks the win up, and I was like, good. Fuck it. Like, give the legend a win at this point. I
The
don't
match
give a
was
fuck.
good. The match was good.
Yeah, dude, I just don't give a fuck about the story. I really don't.
Okay, I'm gonna spit some facts here, and I hate that I'm spitting it. Trish has dropped the ball in terms of selling the feud.
Oh, I already know. It's not even a fucking hot take. That's just facts, bro.
I don't understand it because it's like, is it nostalgia feels or was she always a bad heel? Because I remember
Trish is not a great heel. She's naturally a great babyface.
Okay.
I've never enjoyed her work as a bad guy. It's not believable to me.
Okay, because you got to realize like timelines here. Like, what am I going to remember?
Right, but what I'm saying is like it's not believable. It's really not believable. Lita is a more believable heel.
Well, yeah, I mean that I can totally see.
Becky is a more believable heel, but like obviously that's not the case here. I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time on this fucking shit.
There's
but
no need to.
God damn, like you nailed it though. Like this could be money as fuck if Trish gave a shit. That's a big reason I don't care about it. I cannot buy into it. Like I can't suspend my disbelief and buy into this at all.
Sad, dude, because I like both individuals.
I do too, and Becky deserves better, if I'm being honest. She deserves a better feud than this.
I would like to think that Trish is just happy, so she's not like hissy.
Yeah.
There's no inner rage to come out with her character. Maybe she's. But if what you're saying is true and she was never a good heel, then oh no.
Yeah, she's never a good heel.
My childhood was a lie.
Yeah. 14 minutes and 50 seconds, Trish Stratus goes over. Next up is Gunther versus Mustafa Ali for the Intercontinental title. Look, cut and dry. There was no way they were going to give this to Mustafa, even in Saudi. They weren't going to give this to him.
No.
Gunther is less than 100 days away from breaking the record reign for the Intercontinental title. Give it to this man. Fuck Honky Tonk Man. Give Gunther his fucking due. No, fuck Honky Tonk Man.
Shot through the heart.
No, fucking old Yeller, his fucking sorry ass. I don't give a fuck, dude. It's time for the old heads to go. It's time for them to fucking go. And I will say the same thing. Give it to Roman. I don't fucking care anymore. No. I'm not telling you give him fucking I'm not telling you to give him the number one spot. Give him his fucking his shit, dude.
Okay, because I was about to say no.
Give him Hogan's spot. Okay,
that one stings too. But
no, stings.
Oh my god! But no, like that one stings too. But like to give him Bruno's, I'm like no, absolutely not.
No.
There are some things that should remain untouched.
No, give him Hogan's. Fuck him. Gunther wins. Great match, though.
Yes, and I do want to point out before we get too far into this, I do think Gunther is a better IC champion than Honky Tonk was. It's just that I do love me some Honky Tonk.
Gunther's more believable than Honky Tonk.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I know it's two different generations, but still.
Well, even then, though, I feel like everybody knew that Honky Tonk was tongue-in-cheek. Like, nobody thought that he was legitimate, you know?
Right. But to me, that puts more legitimacy behind this belt. So
yeah, no, absolutely. And Gunther, I'm telling you right now, dude,
he's making this belt right now. He is making this championship mean something.
You are looking at the next big bad.
Yep.
Like he might not reach Roman's pun intended reign, you know, but you are looking at the next Roman in terms of this is the heel of the company.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I can't wait until he goes like full main event status at this point. So we'll see when we get there, but I think he's going to do fucking wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Next up is the Raw Women's Championship, Asuka versus Bianca Belair in 15 minutes flat. This was the finish that should have happened in Mania. I'm sorry, but I feel like Asuka got fucked out of her Mania moment. And Bianca had a hell of a run with the championship, dude. But I'm happy to see Asuka finally get this fucker, and hopefully they book her strong and that she has like a good run.
I'm glad you said that because this whole time, I had no belief that Asuka was going to get it because of how they've booked her as this weird, like,
they're starting. Well, that's her old gimmick from back. But
no, I understand that, but I feel like she's less. And I understand it's WWE. They're going to do their own spin on everything. I get it, but like, I feel like she's less of a killer clown, and she's more of a clown killer. Yeah. Where the emphasis is on the clown aspect.
Yeah, but I feel like they're starting to give her some more Muda quality with shit. Like she's actually pulling like some tricks out of that, bag, and
right.
Good on her. Like I kind of like it though. She seems very unpredictable, and that's where that's what you need. You need that fucking energy.
I'm just wondering, like, I don't know. It's especially confused to me only because, dude, they've had Bianca like do so much for them that it made me wonder is she just burned out and she needs a break, or if
who else do you have for her at this point?
That's true.
Look, I'll be honest. I love Bianca, but I'm tired of her.
Oh no, I'm not saying that.
I'm tired of seeing the belt on her. It's nice. To have somebody else.
I get that. I'm just saying, like, I wasn't expecting it just because of all the press. It's like whenever you have like the IC or the US title on the Miz, and then you take it off of him, and it's like, oh, that's your press guy.
Yeah,
but
I got you.
Even though I think Bianca is, doing great for the division. Asuka, dude, she can work with anybody. I mean, come on. Like, give her the belt, whether it's heel or face. She can make it work.
She'll do a great job with this run.
Oh, yeah.
Next up is, I'm giggling because, goddamn. It's the SmackDown Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Natalya in 1 minute and 10 seconds. This has Vince McMahon booking written all over because Vince McMahon, I don't give a fuck what anybody says and how much shit, quote unquote, got smoothed over. This man lives to fuck over the Hart family. Like, he booked Natalya in a squash match on her 41st birthday in fucking Saudi Arabia. Let's fly her in, waste her time on her birthday, and just put her face down, ass up against Rhea Ripley. Because she got fucked.
Dude, and the whole time he was like, well, she's old. What are we gonna do with her?
I know, dude. Vince's wrinkly fucking Botox mustached ass. Well, goddamn, pal, she's older than dirt.
Well, hell, I kept her around about 7 years past her expiration date.
She's only good at putting people over, so I mean, let's put her over. And you see fucking Triple H sitting there just like, oh, God. Like, he's just like, what did I marry into?
Dude, honestly, though, why doesn't she just train people?
I don't know, but can we talk about the fact that Rhea Ripley just deadlifted her into her fucking finisher? Like, Jesus Christ.
Is it me, or is Rhea getting bigger?
Oh, yeah, she is.
Okay.
And that I'm telling you right now, ever since her and Buddy started going out with each other, she's been hitting her gains in the gym big time, and it's because they're both gym rats, and it's like, I love that. I love that Twitter and a bunch of other like places are losing their shit over her and Dominic because like they're pals, like for real pals, and it's just like you can tell, and that chemistry shows. Yeah. They're fucking hilarious,
dude. And honestly, like, she's one of those chicks that's like,
she's a bro, man, and it's fucking
right.
great.
But not even just that, but it's like, you grew up in a even older time period than I did, but we grew up with the same thing, the same teachings of, oh, women that look like that, you should stay away from them.
Shit. Yeah, I was always like, fucking stomp me, bitch.
Oh, no, I agree. Trust me. Dude, you've known me for damn near a decade now, which is crazy to think about. But I've always had a bit of a thing for the gothies. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, they always say, oh, no, they're trouble, they're this or that. On-screen character, sure, whatever. That's Rhea Ripley. But she seems like such a bubbly ball of energy, too. Like,
Yeah, she seems fun. Like I would love to have like a fucking beer with her and just bullshit and laugh. Like she sounds fucking great IRL. But yeah, oh my god, whenever I saw her deadlift Natty, I was like, oh my god, like do not fuck with this woman like, at all,
dude. Imagine if she goes to Buddy and goes, "Hey, can you get your boy Malachi to teach me some like MMA moves?"
Bruh,
she would be unstoppable.
Oof.
What do you do to that?
I don't know, but 1 minute and 10 seconds in, mommy retains, baby.
It's like if fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger started doing like boxing training from Mike Tyson. What do you fucking do to that?
You do nothing.
Like, what the fuck? That's the actual Terminator, man.
You will lose. That's what you do. Speaking of Terminator, going into the next match, Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes in a singles match. Now, here's a couple things that I have an issue with.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar's beat down on Cody Rhodes on Raw. We're going to fight! Actually, no, you're just going to have a regular fucking singles match where countouts and disqualifications are still a thing. And Cody Rhodes gets his, quote, arm broken, put in a titanium cast thing that somehow is legal to use in the match as a weapon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did they not think this through?
It's
Brock Lesnar wins this, by the way, by a technical submission because Cody Rhodes passes out in an what was it, the armbar? The Kimura, yeah. So I'm curious as to
that's what I would say.
What are they doing with either of them at this point?
Yeah, like you can definitely see shades of Dusty Rhodes in the booking of Cody. I would like to think that Cody himself is like, well, do you remember whenever my dad's leg was broken and blah, blah, blah?
Like when the Horseman fucked him up in the cage? Yep.
So that I can believe.
Sure.
I understand it.
This is his hard times shit.
Exactly.
This is Cody Rhodes' hard times moment.
However.
Wait, I'm sorry. This is Cody Rhodes' hard times, daddy. That's hard times, baby.
But I feel like the better story would be to have him win every single time in spite of everything thrown at him. Because as it stands, I've seen this before. We saw it with Hangman Adam Page in AEW when he was getting almost too hot before they were ready to put the strap on him. And they had to cool him off time after time after time, and it came off awkward.
And unfortunately, one of those cool down times, believe this or not, people that have maybe just started watching AEW, David, I know you're going to fucking have a mind fuck when I tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
But why the fuck would you give one of Hangman Page's cool down times during his run?
I know. They didn't even put him on TV half of the time.
Yeah, and I'm worried the same shit will happen with Cody, where it's like, his peak of like this run is going to happen before they put the strap on him, and then it's not going to mean shit when they do.
And that's what I'm saying is having him lose. I understand there's nothing wrong with losing to Brock fucking Lesnar.
No, if anything, having just having a fucking match on the card with Brock elevates you because that means he wants to work with you.
Correct. Like, I'm not saying, oh, Cody's buried. No. I'm just concerned that the fans will be like, losing interest.
Yeah.
And then by the time it's time to put the belt on him, people will be like, oh, cool. Congrats.
Right.
What I think the story should be is, in spite of everything, he always wins. Now, against Brock with a broken arm, first of all, you're right. Don't use it as a fucking weapon.
Yep.
What they should have done is have him barely beat Brock last time. Barely.
How he did with the fucking turning the Kimura into a pinfall.
Well, I would have done that for this one.
Exactly. I feel like that should have been flopped.
Exactly what I'm saying. And then, Roman's like, fuck.
Yep.
Solo, go get him. And then he beats Solo.
Fuck.
Seth, can you do me a solid?
Paul. Wise man.
Yeah.
You have to fight him.
Dude, but he goes through the fucking gauntlet for a year.
Oof.
I know that that's going to be tedious.
Yeah, and then either make him win the Rumble or make him win the Chamber match, which I think he should win the Chamber match because that's a little more of a brutal fucking match.
Right. And plus, if it's the Royal Rumble, then it's like, been there, done that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that for it to be Rocky 2, because that's what the story is.
Yep.
Have him be the guy that's scratching and crawling, but always win until he gets the big one, and then have him win that.
I think the idea is to create a moment of how Roman has not been pinned, where it's like he might actually fucking win, but we don't know that. You know what I mean? Like if Cody goes in undefeated again, we're gonna have another fucking Mania 39. I feel like at this point it's good to have Cody have like some flip flop, maybe, because it's like, okay, is he gonna lose or is he gonna win? You know, if he wins, then I feel like it's even more of a fucking big deal.
See, you could do that, but without ever having Cody be the question. Have it be about Roman.
True.
Have it be a whole bunch of touting of, and after we beat Cody at WrestleMania 40, we're going after that championship because that belongs to us too. And you plant the seeds in everybody's heads that Roman is just that guy.
Like he's just going to take everybody's opportunity from them and just be on top.
Yep. Don't make the question about Cody. Make it about Roman, because at the end of the day, Roman is the deciding factor here.
Yep.
From the last like year and a half, the question was not, oh, is Cody going to be the guy? Because a year and a half ago, we didn't have Cody.
Yeah.
We barely had him a year ago. But the question is always, who's going to be the guy to beat Roman?
It's got to be him.
Oh, no, I agree. But it's been, when does Roman lose?
Right. And we're going to get into that now. The main event of this pay-per-view was for the tag team championship, and it was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. I'm not going to lie. I rolled into this thinking that they were just going to give the belts to Roman and Sikoa, but something fucking big happened. Like the match, sure, you already know this match was fucking fire.
And before we get in too deep, Sami.
Yeah, okay, so
that made me so happy.
It was such a big deal because Sami Zayn has notoriously turned down the Saudi pay-per-views for fucking years due to religious reasons. My man's came out, and not only did he come out, he cut a fucking whole ass promo in Arabic, and it was fucking amazing. This man was in front of this man was in fucking front of his family and friends and all that shit, and it was like, dude, this man is over as fuck.
Tell me you did see Kevin, though. His face. Yeah,
his face, he was just like, huh? And then, like, the Roman being like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, that was...
He speaks Arabic?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Everybody was like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, fluently, too. That was fire as hell.
And then he's, like, saying all this stuff in Arabic, and then all of a sudden you hear, Kevin Owens!
And then everybody flips the fuck out. Yeah. Well, that's how they have to do it. I think it's funny. Anytime I see any kind of foreign language, they announce like a band or whatever, you know, and whatever language it's in, and then they're like, oh, Metallica. And you're just like, wait, what? Like, especially in Japan, that's when it's fucking funny. Because it's always like real grandiose and everything. Yeah. They're like, Metallica. And you're just like, all right, cool. All right.
Yeah, dude, it could be like some bullshit band that you have never heard of.
Oh, and they're going to fire that shit up.
Oh, dude. Nickelback.
Oh, why?
No, dude, admit it. If somebody in NJPW said, Nickelback, you would be like, hell yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Damn it.
Rockstar.
Oh, God. Look at this photograph. Like, fuck. You got me. You got me hook, line, and sinker there, buddy. So the fall of Roman truly begins now. Roman all but castrated the fuck out of the Usos for a couple weeks leading into this pay-per-view. It's like, fuck, you can't fucking win the championship back. I'll do it myself, basically. And I kind of saw this coming, but I was really shocked at who did it.
Yes.
So during the match, the Usos come out to try to help, and they kind of fuck up again. And then I made mention of this, like whenever Roman turns around, all he sees is he didn't see where they actually did help and get some offense in. He just turned around in time to see them fucking up.
Right.
So he just rolls in there and shoves them around. And it pisses Jimmy off enough to where Jimmy has had enough and just fucking super kicks him right in the face. And, you know, he has a whole ass moment where he's in, like, Roman's like, what the fuck? And then Jay is flipping the fuck out to the point that he fucking calls Roman by his actual goddamn name. He calls him Joe. Jimmy yells at fucking Jay and he's like, I'm doing what you should have done a long time ago. Kicks him again. Said the same shit at the Rumble. If you recall.
Mm-hmm.
Like, motherfucker.
Dude, that's the thing is you can have your favorites in terms of whatever company is your preference. The Bloodline storyline has been the best storyline in wrestling for the last, like, couple of years.
Yeah, it's the most compelling. And you know what I love the most is the detail here.
Thank you.
Fucking Jimmy sold that entire, like, release of frustration like a shotgun with that primal fucking scream out in the middle of the fucking ring when it finally happened. It was just kind of like, I got you, motherfucker. Jay flipping the fuck out because now he's torn between his loyalty to Roman or his actual brother.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy pulling him out, be like, no, we got to go, Uso. We got to get out of here. And he's just like, no, we should have been doing this a long time ago. And now you're about to see, where does Jey Uso's fucking alliance line up?
Dude,
because because this is the thing, is he's afraid to lose his brother, but he is also scared shitless of Roman.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of like, all right. And then the next night on Raw, which they lost, by the way, and Sammy and Kevin retained. The next night on Raw, Kevin Owens is wearing a We the Ones t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of. Are we about to get Solo Jay and Roman wrestling Sammy, Kevin, and Jimmy? Is that about to fucking happen?
It's very possible. As of this recording, it is Thursday, so SmackDown has not aired. We don't know.
Yeah, and also, I called this, but the brothers were flopped.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, that was a swerve I didn't see happening. I should have, though. I fucking should have. Jimmy's the one that never, because Jay pinned Roman. Jimmy never fucking did.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, long-term story booking here is like, this is fantastic. I can't wait to see how the rest of this shit plays out, because now when his fucking whole family starts crumbling even more so, this is where he starts getting weak, and this is where he starts like, I might actually lose these fucking championships. Because this man done celebrated this night was his 1,000th day, bruh.
What do you think is the chance that they call in an audible and they put the straps on Uso?
Oh, that ain't happening.
Okay, because I do
not fucking happening.
I feel like it would be such a cool moment, but the problem is that people are thinking about the moment. They're not thinking about what comes next.
Yeah. And like far down the line, this just spiderwebs into more.
Right.
So 26 minutes, 25 seconds, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn retain the Undisputed Tag Team Championship to close Night of Champions.
Great show.
Oh, absolutely. I do have to say, like, as far as like a 5-star scale here, I would probably give it like a 3.5 out of 5. It was not like perfect, but it wasn't totally shitty.
Right. No,
like the good outweighed the bad.
This was very fun.
And I hardly ever say that about a Night of Champions pay-per-view of all fucking things.
I know.
Because this was originally supposed to be a King and Queen of the Ring.
Yeah. The Saudi shows have slowly gotten like
better.
Not only better, but actually, like, do you remember, like, they used to be so, like, practically fucking house shows.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, get your money, I guess. But thought nothing of them. You could skip them and it not be a big deal.
Right.
Last, like, handful of them, I'm like, okay. Big shit is going down. Like, you guys are actually making me want to watch this. I was at work, I had to catch the replay of it, but you guys are actually making me invested in seeing it live now, which is always a good sign.
Right. Like, I actually was like, oh shit, I checked and I was like, oh fuck, I forgot it's in Saudi, so like it airs at noon here.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I almost missed it.
Yeah, whenever you were texting me, I was on my route, and I know exactly the location. I was on Lewis Street. You know the joint. And the apartment complex, 511, I was right there. And whenever you had messaged me about AJ, I was like, really just woke up and started talking wrestling. That's perfect. Totally forgot until you sent me a screenshot, like, what, 20 minutes later? And I was like, oh shit, that's now.
Yeah, dude, it ain't Night of Champions, it's Afternoon of Champions.
Yeah, for real.
All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to get into AEW Double or Nothing. You're listening to the Super Media Bros on the OddPods Media Network. Don't go anywhere. If you haven't heard already, it's Smooth Sack Summer. When you're playing in the summer sun, make sure that you're scaped from pubes to bum. That's right. This is the summer to keep your balls cool while still looking hot with Manscaped. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming are making sure that we all have a ball this summer by giving our pants partners everything they need to stay fresh. Dive headfirst into Smooth Sack Summer by going to manscaped.com and getting 20% off plus free shipping with our code SUPER. The Performance Package 4.0 has everything that you need to prepare your summer bod, including their Lawnmower 4.0 body trimmer. It features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. Did I mention the trimmer's waterproof too? Beach, lake, or shower, the razor's going to devour even the strongest of pubes. And now that you have the perfect haircut, use Manscaped's liquid formulations to keep that freshness even at the hottest summer barbecues. Most importantly, use the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant to stay cool in the heat. It's got a soothing aloe vera formula, and it's the best in the business for below-the-waist freshness. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to this Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. And look, if you're wearing sandals with some nasty toenails during the summer months, you need to take a look at the Shears 2.0. It's a luxury nail grooming kit. This kit includes stainless steel nail cutters, tweezers, and grooming scissors. With the Performance Package, your balls will be ready to impress, but make sure that you cover the rest with the Shears 2.0. Get 20% off plus free shipping with our code SUPER at manscaped.com. That's right, 20% off plus free shipping site-wide with the code SUPER at manscaped.com. It's Smooth Sack Summer, boys. Get on board or get left behind.
Once upon a time.
Boring.
It was the best of times. It was the worst.
You got that right.
What's your problem?
We want new stories.
Hi, it's Frankie.
And Garrett. And we host the Ever Trending Story, a weekly podcast where we bring to life a fictional story created by our own minds and some of the hottest, craziest trends from the internet.
Find us wherever you download podcasts, and be sure to join the fun on social media at EverTrendingPod.
All right, we're back, and we're going to talk about AEW Double or Nothing from Las Vegas, and they very much need to go to Atlantic City next year because fuck this crowd.
And what's sad is, like, I had read some comments saying, dude, I don't know how it came across on TV, but live it was very loud.
Yeah, I even the producer, one of the producers was on Twitter being like, oh, I'm just taking shot after shot from fan after fan. Like, he was basically talking about how his work got shit on it. I'm like, do better. Like, yeah. Sorry, Mike, the fucking crowd better. I don't give a shit. It's a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
The crowd's energy can literally make or break. Here's my hot take before we get into the entire 11-match card, which this is too fucking bloated. The front half of this pay-per-view fucking sucked. I don't give a shit what anybody else has to say. Like, that's your opinion. My opinion, the front half of this pay-per-view fucking sucked. And it was not until the middle of the 5th fucking match where it was like, all right, we're picking up some steam here. Which is sad when you look at the talent that was under that match.
I would not say that it sucked. I would just say that I felt underwhelmed. It didn't have the same oomph. Here's the thing. I feel like a lot of people that said that the first half sucked is grading it on a curve of, we paid money for this. This was a $50 event, and I feel like I only got $25 worth.
That's not where I'm grading it. I am literally grading it as in like, man, dude, okay.
It was nobody's best.
No, like jumping right into this shit. Fucking the Hardys and Hook versus Ethan Page and the Guns, and this is like all for this really minor, like barely spoken of storyline where Matt Hardy has been under contract like with Ethan Page and all this other shit, and this was for control of that contract, which the Hardys and Hook won. But God, and I know it's his first real match back in a long time, but fuck, dude, Jeff is moving like ass, and Matt is even moving like ass. They're old as fuck, man. They blew their shit out 20 years ago, poor guys. And it's the Hardys, and you're there to see the Hardys, but Dude, when Jeff like went to do his fucking whatever the fuck on the top rope, he fell, and that was definitely not on purpose. Like, he definitely had to like roll into that and play that it was supposed to happen, like with his leg. But oh god, dude, it was rough, dude. This was fucking rough to watch.
Can I skip over talking about this one?
Yeah, that's fine, dude. I'm just like 15 minutes, 10 seconds. The Hardys and Hook win, and who the fuck knows where? I hope they drop this shit and just move on to something different. Moving on to the next match is the 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal for the International Championship.
Mhm.
Most Battle Royals are kind of a mess.
Yeah.
This was fun.
It was. I mean, usually Battle Royals, you get what you get. You know, it's the same thing, more or less. A lot of them are a little sloppy, but this one was pretty decent, especially in the last, 10 minutes?
We pretty much got a one-on-one match after the fact.
Dude, it was fucking good. I would love to see them work a program.
They have a match coming up next week.
Perfect.
Yep. Orange Cassidy retains over 21 or 20 other guys, and goddamn, like, I can't do this justice talking about it. This was the most fun of the front half.
Mm-hmm.
Go fucking find this and watch it. It was really great.
I loved the ending.
Same.
Like, the finish itself, I was like, perfect. I love that.
Exactly. It is the most Orange Cassidy thing to be done.
And it's one of those moments where it's like, you know, some people are like, all right, I'm getting kind of tired of the Orange Cassidy shtick. I get it. But then every once in a while, you see this one thing that's like, that's on brand, but I haven't seen it.
Right. It's good shit, though.
It really was.
Moving on to the unsanctioned match with Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho. I've got a few things to say about this, and then I'm going to dip.
Okay.
Not their strongest.
No.
Not from either guy, not their strongest.
Mm-mm.
In fact, it was kind of ass for as long as it went. You're going to book an unsanctioned match with Sabu as the special, quote, guest enforcer. Sabu showed up to make his payday and dive through a table and dip.
Yeah, I didn't care for the usage of him. And I marked out whenever I saw him. I'll be honest. Whenever he
sure,
showed, it made 0 sense why Adam Cole would have his number. I don't see the connection here unless I'm forgetting something.
No, there really isn't. I mean, like, you have like the JAS and then Roderick Strong and Sabu, which is like Sabu's supposed to be the special guest enforcer, but he's actually in Adam Cole's corner, which they never really differentiated that, to the point that the fucking broadcast team, including Jim Ross, didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Get Jim Ross the fuck off of my TV now. I never thought I would say that in the last 25 years of my life. This man is so bored with the product, he is yelling at fans in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of him. I really am. He just sounds like a fucking old head, like, boomer. Literally a fucking boomer sooner on this motherfucker. I know Jim Ross is like held on a pedestal by so many people, and he used to be for me, not anymore. Get him the fuck off my TV. Let fucking Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and Taz have their fucking team by themselves. I just don't feel like Ross has much more to offer anymore. When he speaks his fucking mind, it's not to do with the business anymore. He's overly opinionated to the point that he buries the product on TV sometimes, and it's not a good look.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being honest.
It's a different time period for him. I think it's like, how do I word this?
The old guard can't let the guard down, goddammit.
Yeah, because I feel like, okay, I'm going to be completely fair. A lot of people say this in a negative way, especially when it comes from Jim Ross's demographic. But they consider AEW and even NXT, just today's wrestling in general, as, quote, indie-rific. Okay?
Right.
That's not Jim Ross's cup of tea, and I don't expect it to be.
No.
But it's the fact that, like, yes, having him on your team elevates you in the public eye, but it's not his thing.
When you're putting Jim Ross on the taped show on Friday,
yeah,
there's a problem. And that's mostly so you can edit his commentary.
Mm.
I'm telling you, they're not going to come say it, but that's why.
Probably. As far as the match goes, because that's why we're here. Let's
Sure, it's
get back
fucking,
on track.
Yeah, it was not their best.
It wasn't. My issue with it is that number one, okay, talking about Sabu, dude. Okay, so because of the lack of connection with Adam Cole, here's what I would have done in this scenario: have it be what it was, but then at the very last second, Sabu turns on Adam Cole. And they can chalk it up to ECW.
I was going to
days.
say the same fucking thing. That's the only reason it's here, and whatever.
Because then it's like there is a connection now. Maybe not with Adam, but then it's a swerve, and it's like it was never about Adam.
It was me, Austin. It was me.
Yeah,
all
like
along.
it was something different. You know?
Literally.
Yeah,
Austin.
yeah. And also, if we were gonna go with Adam, if we were gonna go with Adam Cole going over, which we did, I don't buy into the fact of Jericho passing out from getting laid the fuck out the way that he did, but there not being a Crimson Mask. It didn't sell the severity.
No, what it looked like what was happening is it looked like they were trying to go hard way with it, and it never happened. So they were just like, fucking stop it. That's exactly what it looked like.
Probably, but that also goes into the matter of it's a no DQ match. What do you mean he's knocked out? If it's a no DQ match, who the fuck cares? There's no rules. Just in theory, you would just let him keep going.
Well,
right?
this was a referee stoppage. That's all it was. It was referee discretion. That's it.
Oh no, I understand that, but do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It's like the fucking Fiend Seth Rollins telling the cell finish all over again.
Yeah. And also, I disagree with this because if it's by ref stoppage, to me personally, you take all of the heat off of Jericho because he never quit.
Yeah.
He never got pinned. He never tapped. He got knocked out. Which, if you look at pro wrestling, history repeats itself. Whenever somebody doesn't tap out, they pass out, they come back as a face because he didn't give up.
Yeah, I mean, all this did was just lead to a fucking mixed tag team match on Dynamite last night.
But it's like,
I understand.
Put all of the heat on the ref by doing this.
But I'll be honest, I didn't fucking even pay attention to who the referee was that stopped it, if I'm being honest.
I understand that, but I'm saying, like, the heat is off of Jericho.
I see Sabu could have been the guy that did it.
Exactly.
And he's like, I'm stopping the match. But, he got his money and dipped, so. 17 minutes flat. Adam Cole wins. And hopefully he goes on to something better, because this ain't it.
And it's sad because we do love both guys.
Yeah, they just don't need to be in a program with each other. Not right now. FTR versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal for the tag championships in a 20-minute match with Mark Briscoe as the special guest referee, coming out with the motherfucking fatigue referee stripes. Holy shit.
This was fun.
Yeah, I feel bad because, like, again, the crowd was flat as fuck for this, and they shouldn't have been because FTR fucking rule, and Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal are goddamn entertaining as hell. This was a great match itself.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd is what sucked the energy out of this one for me.
Yeah.
I do feel like it was a little overbooked at the end, though, with the guitars.
Yeah.
Aubrey Edwards really got a fucking guitar to the fucking face, dude.
I'm pretty sure that she wasn't supposed to get it as abrasively as she did.
No, but like Karen fucking smacked her and then tripped over her own big ass high heeled
I
shoes.
fucking laughed my ass off.
God damn it! This is the woman that used to be married to Kurt Angle, for fuck's sake.
But I will never gripe about seeing FTR and anything Briscoe related.
Yeah, it was fucking great. I mean, FTR wins, thank God. I certainly didn't want Jarrett and Lethal to have the tag belts. I just thought like the ending was a little overbooked. That's really my only complaint match wise for this. Other than that, was fucking solid.
I'm so glad Briscoe didn't turn. Because
I honestly was a little worried about that.
I was too.
Because it is not like, buying into it and like, marking out for that. It would have been more like, that would be really shitty booking.
Yeah, because it's like, how do you boo a man that just lost his best friend, tag team partner, and brother?
You don't.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't do that. FTR continues their reign, and I'm curious to see who their next program lies in the future, because I think they're being booked really. I think they're being like held off until Collision airs, because like right now, every week it's like we have this whole card on Dynamite, and then this week we'll hear from FTR. Like FTR talks every week.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to say? Put them in the ring, let them fucking wrestle. But to be very fair, I know Dax has been like working injured for like almost a year now, because the man has not taken time off to heal, and it's like maybe that's just to let them kind of have some ice on their fucking tailbones and their fucking knees and their legs and shit. Because
Yeah,
oof.
probably.
But anyway, 20 minutes flat, and they retain pretty solid. And then we move on to where the pay-per-view starts to kind of pick up. And this
I
is
thought it picked up the last match.
yeah, a little bit. Like I feel like this is where it really shifted gears with Christian Cage and Wardlow in a ladder match for the TNT title. Fucking pain. A lot. Wardlow with his fucking Jeff Hardy tribute off the ladder into the two tables with Christian, and dude, I don't know how Christian's taking bumps like this at his age.
I don't know either. As far as the Swanton Bomb, I feel like when you do somebody's move that is on the same card,
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah,
that's just me, you know? I mean,
that'd be like CM Punk and Kenta on the same card.
yeah, I mean, unless they're facing each other.
I know.
Now, if they're facing each other,
Sure.
that's fine.
Differently? No.
Yeah, that's a me thing. Maybe I need to get into today's time. Maybe that's me being an old head, but I don't know.
No, I understand that.
But again, take Jeff out of the equation. If he was not on this program, I wouldn't even have said that.
Right.
Has nothing to do with Wardlow or the move.
My nitpick is a weird one.
Okay.
Why didn't Wardlow trash the referee that fucking yoinked the ladder out from underneath him when he went to climb it? Because it was all fucked up. I get that it was fucked up. They could have held it, and he could have just went for it anyway. The referee was just like, no, no, no. And he's just like, why didn't he just stomp that motherfucker? Because think about it this way.
Babyface, maybe?
It doesn't, they would not have booed him. The crowd was pissed off at the referee, dude.
Fair enough.
Like, you're lagging the time.
Yeah.
You're taking the believability away, because you're taking away, like, this man is desperate to get his championship back. It's like, I in that situation would have tried to climb that same fucking ladder. I would not have thought about, put this down and go get a fresh ladder. Like, no, dude, like, I've got my dude incapacitated. I need to go now.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that referee, like, I understand probably for safety reasons, but that referee fucked the believability of that up.
Yeah. No, I agree, but
great match all
dude,
overall.
it was very fun.
Yeah. I hope this is like the blow off, and maybe we get finally like Luchasaurus comes into the picture to do
What's the
something.
deal with that anyway? Was he hurt?
No, he's been they've been tied up over a fucking copyright issue with his mask.
Oh, what's the issue?
Like the person that designed it for something completely different, and it's being used illegally.
I did not hear about this.
Yeah, you should definitely read about it. It's pretty fucking ridiculous.
So how is he able to still be on TV then?
He's not selling merch, but they're fighting the likeness rights and shit. Also, because Tony Khan's a billionaire, who gives a fuck? Like that's kind of his mindset, I bet.
Okay, so he can be on the program. It's just
his merchandise is not negotiable at this point.
Gotcha.
So yeah, 17 minutes and 10 seconds. Wardlow retains over Christian Cage. Goddamn. Moving on to a match where I knew this was going to be the ending of it, but I was really surprised considering Jamie Hayter. It's Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm for the women's championship, and Jamie Hayter has been injured, like legitimately working injured for a while now, and the plan was to get the belt off of her. So instead of them just kind of coming out and making really quick work, Saraya, Ruby Soho, and Toni Storm kind of beat the piss out of her all the way to the ring, fuck her up before the bell. And instead of them going right for a finish when the bell rings, there's like another 3 minutes of a match. And it's like, dude, you could have risked her like actually getting more injured doing this, whatever she's going through, which is it's her arm. She's got a fucking arm injury. Toni Storm wins and is your new AEW Women's World Champion. I mean, there's really not a whole bunch to say about this match. Soraya can only really technically wrestle like once or twice a month due to like how they have her her shit worked out with her neck.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this, but Ruby Soho just is not it enough to hold this title right now. Like
Which is
Tony's
sad.
the workhorse of this team.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just, I'm a little sad because I really, really wanted Jamie to be champion for the Wembley show.
Yeah, but
I'm not even British, but like, I wanted that for her.
I did too. But I mean, hey, like shit happens, dude. Tough breaks happen a
Yeah.
lot in this industry, and then that was
Yeah, I
That
mean,
was
shit, I
unfortunate.
wanted Okada versus Punk to be the main event of Forbidden Door, but it didn't happen. So
Nope.
I get it.
moving on to the open house rules. 6-man for the Trios Championship. It's the House of Black versus the Acclaimed with Daddy Ass.
Loved it.
I loved it too. I just forgot this was supposed to happen. Or if it was like a late edition, because I don't remember this being advertised as a thing.
I don't recall it being advertised, but I knew that they'd be on the show, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Just because it's like, no, you're not going to have a pay-per-view without these guys.
Right. And it was what it was. It was a really good 6-man. House of Black retains, and it seems like they're going to be moving forward with more of like, okay, so the Acclaimed want gold, and they
Mhm.
want Billy to have some gold before he like legit retires or whatever. So like that's a good like way to keep it going.
Yeah, and the House of Black, I will never, ever, ever gripe about seeing them unless they're buried.
Yep.
Like, I absolutely love this Trios team.
And this is the most believable they've been since their formation, honestly. Like this
Yeah.
run right here.
I love it, and good for them. I'm so happy for all three. I love them. Like,
It's my favorite stable in this company.
it's the same. And I love Blackpool. Don't get me wrong. I love the Elite.
Same.
This is by no means picking on any stable we have. It's just House of Black screams us. Like, it really
It does, dude. It is the most fucking metal shit ever. And I love all three of these guys individually. Like their work,
Yes.
their in-ring work is just bar none.
And they have such good chemistry.
Yes.
The one gripe that I ever had about them was Buddy sticking out like a sore thumb, just visually. But then whenever they started implementing the face paint, I was like, there you go.
Yep. That was the biggest fix they could have done.
Yeah. I was like, perfect.
Because his
Okay.
in-ring work speaks for itself.
Oh, dude, you'll never hear me gripe about Buddy's work. Like,
Yeah.
he looks great. He works like a fucking animal. Like, he's great.
Yeah, that team's $1 million fucking dollars.
Dude, Malachi is just, I'm not going to say he's this generation's Undertaker because that's putting too much pressure on one individual. But I'm saying, like, aesthetically, if they play their cards right, he can be.
He's gonna be he's his own fucking dude. Like this
Yes.
is his own thing, and that's the best part.
Yes. Like, he's not trying to be Undertaker. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like,
and then you've got the fucking hoss of the group, you know, like, I mean, and he's agile too.
yeah,
They're all fucking good, man. God, I love that team.
I hope they keep the straps on them for a while.
They deserve it.
They do. Now, moving forward to the TBS Championship with Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie. I knew Jade was going to get 60-0. I kind of figured it was going to be Statlander, but I didn't think it was going to be that night.
No, same.
That was like a legitimate surprise.
Yeah.
So Jade retains, and then Sterling comes on, and he's just like, oh, yeah, we'll fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. We'll put the belt on the line, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, then fucking here comes Chris Statlander, and in 48 seconds, she defeats Jade Cargill to become the new TBS champion. Like, I love Jade's run. I'm so
Yes.
happy she had the run that she did, but the girl, she needs a break. Like, she needs a
Yeah.
vacation. She done did her time. She was great.
And she learned every week.
Yeah, and you don't want to overexpose her. It's good to give her a break, let her go away, take a break, do some training, come back, and I'm telling you, when she comes back, she's gonna be like mega over, even in loss.
Yeah. I think from here she goes over the women's championship.
Same. And Chris Statlander absolutely deserves this run. I
She
think
does.
she's one of the AEW originals, and poor thing has had a couple of tough breaks, like literally with her fucking her injuries, and god damn it, Statlander has put the fucking time and the effort in, and she's done her fucking work, man. She's earned this, and I can't wait to see how far they push her with this.
Dude, the whole room that I was in was just marking
I
out
was
whenever
so
she
happy.
came out, especially because Chris Statlander is Brian's queen. So-
Yeah.
in fact, we actually paid for a cameo for his birthday from Chris.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
I can't wait to hear about this.
Oh yeah, no, like my man's was coming gallons, okay? Like he was very excited. I do want to bring up the original match with Ty Valkyrie. I really enjoyed the story of them having the same finisher, and they were kind of doing who is better at it, you know?
Right.
Because I feel like the story now is all about Chris Statlander, as it should be, but, let's put some respect on the other match, too. It was fun for what it was.
Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't mean to like gloss over or anything.
Well, it's not even just you. That's what's been going on the internet in general.
Yeah.
So,
Because I mean, they put their time in, and
Yeah.
it was a solid match for what
and
it
it
was.
had a story to it.
Sure.
So,
Absolutely.
I just wanted to bring that in.
Yeah.
Happy for Jade. Happy for Chris Statlander. Good on you, Ty Valkyrie. Like everybody did their part.
Hell yeah. Moving on to the double main event. First up was, which again, this is the second time a world title match hasn't closed the show tonight. MJF, Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry in a 4-way match for the AEW World Championship. Damn near a half hour long. My match of the night.
Yes.
Goddamn. Okay, so I want to go ahead and, like, before we get into the match, it was the coolest fucking thing when Ty Mello and Sammy announced their pregnancy with the fucking cue cards, because we haven't seen Sammy use the cue cards in quite some time. And I was like, oh, okay, this is a nice throwback.
Good for them.
Right. So the match itself, goddamn. There were a couple of points in here where I legitimately thought Darby was going to take it.
Dude. And that's the thing too, is like
Once with Sammy.
Everybody was like, okay, look. Darby had a really cool entrance. Like, I loved
The
his
Elvis
get-up.
thing, yes.
And look,
Poor
what-
Jack Perry had nothing.
I know. I feel so bad for him, man.
I know, like, and I don't even mean this in a bad way, because he legitimately lost his father or whatever. But it's just like, you got like MJF gets like the demon fucking like the throne. Sammy gets like, hey, we're pregnant, and he has this whole backstory video. And Darby has this badass like Elvis fucking thing, and it's like Jungle Boy Jack Perry, orphan, walks to the ring alone.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, dude. This poor bastard, like, legitimately, this poor fucking bastard just comes with nothing.
It's almost as if he did win it, then it would have been like, hey, bro, nothing flashy, just wins.
Yeah, give him Orange's pyro.
Yeah,
Like the one little. Pew.
But no, dude. Yeah, the video that Darby did, some people called it a little cringy, and I get it, but also like, I love Darby Allin,
He's so over the top, and that's you could not do that.
and I love Elvis. Okay, you and I have talked about this.
Right,
where
right.
I grew up idolizing Elvis Presley, so like to me, I was just like, dude, when that match started cooking, oh my god.
Yeah, it didn't stop.
There's so much to get into with it, man. I mean, and MJF said this at the media scrum after the fact.
Was he watching on a pickle? Because I missed that.
No, he wasn't.
Shit.
But he had said, greatest Iron Man match in the history. Did it. Greatest. He went down the list of like different matches, and then he said, greatest 4-way? I think so. And I was like, honestly, hold on, let me think. I can't recall a 4-way that's better.
Would have been funny if he was just like greatest 4-way outside of my own bedroom. Did you know that's a fucking MJF thing to say?
It is. But no, I mean, and I'm sure, somebody is going to correct me and be like, what about this 4-way? And I'm like, fuck.
Well, I'll tell you in most recent memory.
Yeah.
This was it. This was great. nary a spot that went wrong, if at all. And these guys got all their shit in, and surprises, and like funny spots. Like they did some comedy, and it wasn't hokey. You even brought it up with the whole for them punching each other, taking turns trading licks in the fucking ring.
Yeah, they were trading punches, and you know it's a classic spot whenever it's 1-on-1, but
Sure.
4-on-4, it's like, okay, all right, you know, you kind of think it's wrestling. I'm gonna let it slide. You know, it's whatever. It's kind of hokey, but whatever.
Yeah.
But then whenever it was MJF's turn to take the hit, he just eye pokes everybody, and I was like, okay, yeah,
my
you
man-
fucking get it.
My man went full Three Stooges. I hope somebody finds that footage and remixes it, and then they put him like as each time he fucking pokes him in the eyes, you hear like a doink, doink,
Yeah.
doink, like a fucking like cartoon sound effect or some shit.
You've got that. You've got him trying to bribe Sammy.
Bro, that was pretty fucking good heel move. Like that's good,
It
like classic,
was.
like, you know, wrestling heel moves. Like, come on, Sammy, lie down and take the money. I know you need it. You got a kid on the way. And then Sammy, yeah, all right, I'll lay down for you. I need the money. Then he fucking, I knew it was coming, but I was waiting on the pop from the crowd when he just fucking like rolled him up.
The spot where everybody uses their mentor's maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, this is good.
That 4 submission piece was really
Oh
good
my
too.
God, yes, dude.
Just
like,
all of it. So the finish was actually very comedically done for me for MJF. Like if you're into MJF, the heel, if you're into the fact that he is a sniveling little shit who also is very damn good in the ring. My man's Darby had our boy dead to rights with the fucking coffin drop. And then MJF just rolls in with the belt and he's like, neek, and just like puts it on him where Darby crashes into it. And he fucking beats him with a headlock takeover again.
dude,
With that shit-eating grin on his face.
I love the storytelling here. So you know if Darby does end up beating him,
He better do it with a headlock takeover.
yes, which I have zero doubt. If that is the final match where he does lose a strap, if it is against Darby, not a doubt in my mind that's how they're doing it.
Should be.
I don't know, man. It just goes to show that you're getting your money's worth with MJF. Like, they made the right call. He is that guy. He is him, you know, as the kids say. And
Mhm.
I don't know, man. Like, Darby looked great as usual. Sammy and Jungle Boy are great, you know. I mean, I think MJF and Darby have a taller ceiling than the other two. That's only because of Jungle Boy's mic skills, you know?
Yep.
He comes off very shy and nervous. And Sammy, I feel like they ultimately don't know what to do with him.
Right. Like, he definitely has, like, upper mid-card main event status, but there's no solid footing for him. They don't have, like, you know, creative almost has nothing for him.
Yeah. 'Cause
Almost.
It's weird because they'll have ideas, but then his personal life gets in the middle of it. Like, for example, he was a face, and then a lot of shit came out about him. Now he has to be a heel, but now he's going to be a father. So you can't boo him. But then it's like, okay, what's your plan with him as a face?
Yep.
I don't know. But I'm very, very happy with this match.
Yeah, same. And moving on to the main event, which is the Anarchy in the Arena match with the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Elite. You got Danielson, Moxley, Castagnoli, and Yuta on one side, and you've got Omega, the Bucks, and Hangman Page on the other side. Cracking my shit up with a band playing Wild Thing for the Combat Club to come to the ring. And then they keep playing. And then they keep playing. God, they keep playing. And I love that. Like, a lot of people are like, okay, well, this joke was done to death last year. And correct me if I'm wrong. But from what I remember reading about, is that they literally could not, like, whatever system or program they were using, like, for the entrance music got fucking stuck and they could not turn it off last
Is
year.
that what happened?
I fucking think so, dude. Like, I thought it was just some New Jack shit or whatever, but like, I think what happened is, like, they literally could not shut it off and it just kept looping because the song would be over and it would fade out and it would start again. So I think they were just like, let's do it with a live band this time. And they fucking did. And it only ended when the Bucks went and super kicked the fucking singer out of his goddamn boots. They kick him, but the rest of the band's like, we're not going to fight him. You know, like they could have taken him probably, but they're just like, oh, fuck this. We don't get paid enough for this shit. Boy, this was literally living up to its name. Kind of a clusterfuck in the front bit of it. You know, obviously these matches kind of are because you're literally everywhere. Just to get to the highlights, because like Blackpool Combat Club win when Wheeler Yuta actually pins Kenny Omega for the fucking the ending. And it was great. Good on them for that.
Yes.
So the pile driver in the back of the truck looked fucking brutal. Even though it was very protective, like it looked really bad. The fucking barefoot in the thumbtacks had me cringing. I literally like squeaked like, oof.
Moment of the match to me.
Please on three.
Take a guess.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. The
Captain
fucking
America.
With
the trash can.
Oh, I was talking about the fucking super kick with the exploding shoe.
Dude, that was another one. God.
I didn't expect that.
Okay, so there are 2 spots of the match then, because like between that or because that was probably the coolest spot of the match, bar none. But the spot that I was like, yo, doing like the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio pointing meme was whenever Kenny was with the trash can lid.
Yeah, because he's already wearing Captain America inspired tights.
And they recreated like all of it, right down to Claudio grabbing it like the Winter Soldier.
Yep.
Dude, that had the whole room, because we're all like fans of everybody involved.
Right.
And we're all like comic book nerds too. So we were just like, yeah, just screaming.
Right.
To the point where my best friend's wife was just like, can y'all shut the fuck? Okay, that was cool.
Right.
Like, we were like, dude.
Oh, no, shut the fuck. All right. All right.
Dude, she was like, okay, yeah, I'm in. You know?
This was a fun match. There was blood. There was fucking massive amounts of violence. Surprisingly, the ring didn't get destroyed. I really thought they were going to tear the fucking ring apart in this one. Good on them for giving Yuta the pinfall, but the biggest thing that happened in this match was that the reason they won is that Konosuke Takeshita fucking showed up and fucking did a running knee on Kenny. We saw this coming.
We did, but also like, wow.
Yeah, dude. And then, so the follow-up is that on Dynamite, they kept making mention that Kenny Omega was not in the country, but he didn't go back to Canada. And I'm going to say it here because you and I have talked about this so many times here and off air. No, he's not in Canada because he's in fucking Japan recruiting Kota Ibushi.
Dude.
Because you know that's what's happening, right? Fucking Forbidden Doors around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see Blackpool Combat Club with Takeshita in tow versus the Elite with Kota Ibushi. I want to see the Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page, and the Golden Lovers beat the piss out of the Blackpool Combat Club at Forbidden Door. If this doesn't happen at Forbidden Door, I want this at All In.
It's so weird because it's like, this is tailor-made for Forbidden Door.
But it is big enough for All In.
Exactly. However, this is a personal thing. I would die happy if Forbidden Door became AEW's WrestleMania. Just because it's my cup of tea. You know, like,
right. And
that's just me.
Yeah, but simply because you also have NJPW talent who also benefit from the American audience exposure.
Correct, yeah. I mean, you remember the buzz that I was giving whenever Forbidden Door was initially announced. And then whenever the card fell apart before with injuries and illnesses and what have you.
And it still turned out great.
I know.
Like, how do you don't do that unless you've got like good stacked deep rosters.
Yeah, like it's.
But that goes to show the talent that is in New Japan.
I'm really excited though.
Yeah, I am too. There's so many places they could go with all this shit, but like the 10-man needs to happen, and it needs to happen either at Forbidden Door or at All In. Probably going to happen at All In, just because like you're gonna need like as much oomph on that card as possible, even though they have already damn near like sold what are they at 70,000 tickets at that fucker
I want
now?
to say 73.
Either way, bro, that's a big fucking crowd at Wembley
Yeah.
Stadium, and there wasn't even a match announced, and they sold this much. So you got to give the people what they want.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would also say maybe a fucking 3.75 to a 4 out of 5 on this pay-per-view, and it's mostly to do with the back half of this being as good as it was.
Right. Okay. So I feel like the better program was Night of Champions.
Yes.
But the latter half of, I feel like nothing on the Night of Champions card beat the two main events.
Right. And that's to me in terms of match quality and also like the storytelling aspect of
Yeah.
it. But from front to back, even though I'm sitting here like 3.75 to 4 out of 5 on this pay-per-view, and it's mostly, again, to do with the fact that the back, it's more matches. You got more for your money. The quality was like getting better towards the end, but I think star power was good on WWE's side of things.
Yeah.
And how quick and in and out it was. Because I will be honest, like the main thing that I don't care for with AEW's pay-per-views half the time is they're so fucking long.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you have quarterly events.
Right, but they're so draining, dude.
No, I get it. I don't know, like, if all we got was the three main events. Okay, we got the Roman tag match and everything. No, you know what? Fuck that. If this was one event and it was 4 matches, Seth and AJ, the Bloodline versus Kevin and Sammy, then the 2 main events on Double or Nothing, this would be the perfect 4 matches.
Oh my God.
Dude, if you just did a supercut of those 4 matches, I'd be like, wrestling is done. Like, I have had everything that I need.
AEW WWE Night of Nothing. What? Like they just combine the names and it's like, wait, that doesn't work. Like, what do you mean Night of Nothing?
Dude, I'd be
Double or Champion. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Dude, I would. Oh my God. For real, though, I'd be so fucking happy with that.
The real Forbidden Door.
And I want to say that because at the end of the day, I just love wrestling.
Same.
It
was a great weekend to be a wrestling fan.
Absolutely.
Whether you watch Impact, WWE, AEW, or literally every fucking bit of it, which if you do, like, good on you, because we ain't got the time. That's all I really got to say about this shit.
Yeah.
It is late as fuck. Come back next week when we go back to our 30-year time machine series with the WWF, and we go to the King of the Ring 1993, the first pay-per-view version of the King of the Ring, and that will start the Big 5, if you will.
Yeah.
For the WWF. So come back next week where we talk about that shit. But until then, visit supermediabrospodcast.com for past, present, and future episodes. Check out all the other shows on the OddPods Media Network by visiting oddpodsmedia.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on social media. Buy some fucking merchandise from us. The Brother Mania t-shirt is still in the fucking store. Go fucking buy one. It's not going to be there after August. Leave us a rating and review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, and GoodPods. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. This has been episode 278, WWE Night of Champions and AEW Double or Nothing. Until next time, I'm Richie.
I'm Devin.
Shades on.
We're off.